All right. Hello. Hold on. There we go. Can everyone hear me okay? My name is Grady George. This is my first solo live show here on YouTube. Night Freaks. Supposed to be a compliment to the Drizzle live show because Drizzle only wants to do one night a week. I want to do like 3 or 4. So, I'm not sure exactly what we will do. Well, thank you. Yeah, I usually try to put the open in there a little long so people can get in here. As you see, we only got 2 people so far, 3. Thank you. Welcome the 3rd person. But yeah, as we go along, hopefully we'll get some more people. I just got to come up here and start doing some live shit. I wanted to start off by telling you guys that Drizzle Live will not air Saturday night. We're doing a best of Drizzle Live in its place, and it's going to have like some new shit recorded with me and Drizzle, and I'm actually going to be there live playing it out. So I'll be talking to you guys in chat because we want to do. Drizzle has some concert he has to go to. He can't fucking, he can't miss that. So we have to stay regular somehow. So I've devised this scheme that we're going to do a best of, and I think it'll be pretty good because I think a lot of people haven't seen the very early shows because we did it on a Drizzle Live channel and we didn't have a lot of viewers. So I think you'll see a lot of pretty cool shit. We'll probably show when Mini Mancy came on and Mormo. Yeah, I actually watched Mormo. Let me get that for you. So yeah, there you go. If anyone wants to call in, that's the link to call in on. And also I want to ask, are you guys hearing my mic okay? The last couple episodes, my mic's been very low. And I made some adjustments, but it sounded okay on the recording, but I actually recorded myself last week and it sounded okay. And then when I went to look at I think what it's doing is it's like fighting me and other people's mics or something if we're talking over each other. I don't know, but my mic's like fucking low as shit, man. So, So yeah, Saturday we're doing this best of Drizzle, and then I'm going to do another Night Freaks right after that. Tonight is just a test episode where I'm just going to go through and see if everything's working correctly. I don't have everything made for Night Freaks yet. It's going to have probably a different background and stuff like that. But it's primarily a call-in show. Like Drizzle Live is not a call-in show, really, but we do take calls. But this show is going to be a call-in show. And if you guys are having any party favors, you want to have a drink or anything like that, I just took a gummy, a legally derived gummy from here in my state, And hey Tony, how you doing? Thanks for dropping by. Let me go ahead and get Mormo up here. Looks like he's up here. Hey Mormo, you hear me?
Hey, what's up? I can hear you. Do I sound all right?
Oh yeah, you sound good. Yeah, I'm wearing like a professional broadcasting one of those earpieces or whatever tonight. My first time. I
Nice.
usually have the headphones on. I'm trying to get rid of that look, but it's kind of weird, with the you just have it coming through one side of your head and you hear yourself full on this side.
Oh, wow.
So so anyway, why are you calling in tonight, Mormo? How you doing? Just hanging out? Got any questions?
Just promoting my art cards actually, if you don't mind. Do you mind if I give a shout
Hmm.
out to my art cards?
No, I know about your art cards. Go ahead.
Cool, I got let me turn off the green screen real quick. Oh, I can't do that. I got some art cards for sale. They're on my eBay store. You can just search Mormozine on eBay. And see, they're called Crime Fantasy, and these are the last in the series.
Cool.
Yeah, just trying to get them sold.
So, so how much do you? Okay, here we go. Wait a minute. Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
How
on the
much? How much do you sell those for?
two of them are 19.99, and one of them is 24.99.
All right. How well do you sell those? Do they sell pretty well?
I've made a good amount of money selling them. These I've had them up for sale for a while now, and they're not selling. That's why I'm going to switch to a new series and hopefully get some new buyers and stuff. But people love them, and just recently somebody had like they bought six of them and had them professionally framed and everything.
Mm. Yeah. John B. This is Mormo. He has a channel here on YouTube. I actually watch him sometimes. I watch King Cobra a lot, and I saw Mormo was doing something with Crystal Roberts, I think, one night, and
Oh,
King
right
Cobra was
on.
on there. Yeah, so I started watching his channel, and I actually am interested in interviewing you, Mormo, but I don't know how to get a hold of you because I just don't know that much about you. You know what I mean? I just recently became aware of you, like whenever that happened, like what was that, 3 or 4 months ago? But
Oh, okay.
you seem to be like a horror host.
Yeah, I'm like I do a horror host routine and paint on makeup and costume and everything, and just
Who are you based at? Are you because I was looking at you, you look kind of more like a Svengali type of horror host. Is that who you're going for? Are you from that area, or who are you trying to emulate, or anybody?
actually next year is going to be 20 years as Mormozine, and the makeup has changed over the years. I try and keep it really easy so that I'm motivated to
Hmm.
keep putting it on over and over again, but it's basically just supposed to be easy.
Who's the Iceman? Oh, you're talking about the mob guy that killed like 500 people or whatever. The Iceman? Yeah,
I watched
maybe,
the movie about the Iceman, the mob guy.
maybe. But hey Tony, I actually Crystal Roberts is one I would actually like to interview. If you could help me out there, maybe drop her a line or something. I don't have any contact. I was looking around for a way to contact her, but I can't find anything.
Yeah, she needs a new audience, man. She's awesome, and Crystal Roberts is incredible, but her audience sometimes is a little like rubs me the wrong way, kinda.
Yeah, I'm trying to get people like right now. I've mostly interviewed people from like IP2, right? So I'm trying to get into more different types of communities. You know,
Right on, awesome.
so like I want to like I really want to interview Warlord Campbell.
That
And
would be
I
cool.
found an email and I sent one off, but it came back like it wasn't valid anymore. So I don't know how to get a hold of the guy. But I would love to do Warlord or somebody like that. Just somebody like weird, like out of the left field.
Yeah, for sure. Cobra gave me a shout out the other day. Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I gave him $5 and he gave me a shout out. I got the clip.
You sent him $5 or what? Yeah, he won't shout anybody out unless you pay, I think. Yeah, I heard Elisa, or I mean Crystal doesn't like Elisa. A lot of people don't like Elisa, but she's actually pretty nice to me. I have something that happened between me and her recently. I don't even know if she's aware, but it was really fucking weird. You know what I mean? I don't know if I should talk about it or just stay. I think I'll just, because I don't know what's going to happen with that. You know what I mean? But basically, I don't know. I thought I was doing some kind of project with Elisa, and then
Hmm.
I don't think we were on the same page. I don't know. It was weird. I'll talk about, because I don't want to, like, I don't want to, I don't, well, basically, this is what happened. Like, I do these interviews, Grady TV, right? So I did Nana Pips, and I thought, well, hey, I should take the Kermit and Friends part and do like a show called The Exit Interview, where I interview Elisa's former employees, because they come and go all the time, you know what I mean? And there's like a shitload of people I could probably contact, get interviews. And so I wrote her, she was like, oh yeah, that's a good idea, you can do that, I told her I wanted to do it on her channel and all this shit. So then she told me like to call Todd, and like she didn't give me like she didn't give me Todd's email. She gave me his like personal fucking phone number, right? So I call him up and I'm like, hey Todd, do you want to do an interview? And he's like, sure. And I told him this is for Elisa's channel, you know what I mean? Like, so so I send her I get the whole thing done. I do a whole new open. It says the exit interview, and it's got her in it and all this fucking shit. And I send it to her, and she's like, oh, drop it in the Discord, and I'm like, you want me to put it in the fucking Discord, Like, yeah, that's how I get it or whatever. So I put it in the Discord, and like I start to realize she just wants me to put these fucking videos in her fucking Discord, right? I was like, fuck that, dude. I just fucking took it down, put my Grady TV branding on it, threw it up there, because I'm like, I mean, I literally got like 5 views in her fucking Discord. I got like, 100 or something on my YouTube. So I'm not like, it's not that I care, but I just feel like she doesn't really have any monetize. I mean, I'm pretty sure she's monetized. She doesn't really have anything she can monetize, because all of her shit has copyrighted music people donate to. So I thought this would be some monetized content for her she could have. And all I wanted was just to put my production slate on the video so I can get my name out there a little bit. But, I really don't know. I didn't really even talk to her about it, man. I was kind of like embarrassed, man. I was like, oh, yeah, man, I guess she just wanted me to put these in her fucking Discord or something. So,
Ray,
but that's
do you
cool.
ever use Gumroad?
No, what's
You
that?
ever use Gumroad? It's an online marketplace where you can sell digital products.
No, is that where you sell your cards?
I sell my feature-length video products there. My cards, I sell them on eBay.
Oh yeah, you do some movies, don't you? You do these. I saw Mormo Goes to Africa. That was the one that really got me, like brought me in. Now were those guys? Were those black dudes? Were they like some other streamers or something, or neighbors of yours that you got into that video, or was it like
I
a
hired them on
collaboration with?
Fiverr.
Oh, so you like actually hired? Was it like through a webcam?
Uh, no, I just hired these video professionals in Africa to
Hmm.
record videos and then send me the videos, and then I edited them into the movie.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I almost made a movie like 2 years ago, and I got very. I actually, we got to the part where we were casting and shit, and it just kind of all fell apart. I made a movie, it was a Dogma '95 film back in the '90s about the
Nice.
Bjork stalker, and I was living in this. I was living in this apartment that was above like a whole city block of the city I was living in. It was fucking huge, and I had actually built like the Bjork stalker's bedroom in the apartment, because basically I wrote to the Hollywood, Florida Police Department, had them give me all of the Bjork Stalker's personal recordings, 200 hours worth of VHS tapes, which
Oh
were
wow.
absolutely horrifying. This guy was fucking nuts, right? And I would sit there and I'd watch him all fucking day. And that's when I first really started getting fat because I was like trying to gain weight for the Bjork Stalker movie. And I would sleep in the like I made this room that looked just like the Bjork Stalker's fucking bedroom. And I had this because he had this like vanity mirror, and he would like look in the mirror and like do all these fucked up things with his face, and I was sitting there all fucking day like doing that with my face and shit, and I started to fucking lose it, man. And I actually made the fucking movie, but I never put it out because I don't know if you know much about Dogma 95, but there's all these rules to it, you know, like you can't have you can't edit much and you can't add like music to it. You know, all the
Yeah.
music has to be natural sounds and all this fucking shit. And I really like could not do it, man. That was the hardest fucking shit I ever tried to adhere to. Those standards. I mean, most of the movies look like shit. They look like they came out of a trash can on VHS, but they go through a lot of shit just to make it look that bad. You know what I mean? It's fucking.
Yeah.
And I didn't even like what I fucking did, so I didn't put it out, you know. And then I auditioned for Machete, and I got through, and they wanted me for a speaking role, but I don't know what it was. But then I didn't get it, and I was there all fucking day, and then I think it was like there was a gang fight or something in an alleyway, and I think they wanted me for one of the gang members, and then I auditioned for Harold and Kumar Part 2, and then I auditioned for that, not the last Hellraiser movie, but the one before that. They filmed in Oklahoma,
Oh wow.
where they had like a Hellraiser guy that kind of looked like the brother from Frasier, you know. But I didn't get that either. So I'm like 0 for 3 on film auditions.
Yeah, I got a company called Fail House Video, and I just make little feature length, like over 40 minutes. I consider it feature length, and
John B wants to know if it's porno that you do. I don't think so.
I've made porn videos for my personal collection, and I spent a couple years in the porn industry doing retail sales.
Oh, okay. So yeah, John B must know more about you than I.
Yeah, I talk
Oh
about
yeah.
that part of my life in one of my movies.
Hey John B, were you around when that Playboy model was after me, man? Like I tell people about that, they don't believe me. There was some Playboy model, and she was actually in a TV commercial while I was going down, like a Budweiser commercial, and she was like she was fucking wanting to go out with me and shit, but she lived in L.A. and I was like, oh, what was her name? Amber something.
Do you mind if I light up a federally legal?
Oh yeah, go ahead. Now you're in Branson, right? I
Yeah.
think anything goes in Branson, right?
Yeah, it's all legal here.
You got okay, so like the actual weed is see I'm doing some kind of weird THCP shit,
That's
which is
what I'm
actually pretty
doing.
strong. Oh, okay, cool.
We got both. You can choose either
No,
one.
he fucking said he met that girl at a party out in Hollywood and became friends with her and shit. And no, he didn't. He met her on my fucking show because she was after my fucking ass. She didn't like Joe at all for some reason. She was like, dude, she was fucking really good looking, and she was on a Budweiser commercial, and I have no idea. Like Alki had fucking hired her. Alki had hired her to be on a battle cam commercial or something, and she told me she hated battle cam. She liked my show, and she kept watching, and then she started calling in. And I told her that I just made up this story about how I went to LA to try to become a star, and I told her that I made up this casting couch story, right? I said I went to some kind of like reality. I tried out for some reality show, and the producer tried to get me to jerk him off and shit. But I was just totally making it up because I was trying to see if she had any casting couch stories she would share. But she fucking straight up tells me back then that her boyfriend, like, what's that guy from? what's that guy, dude? He's from The Usual Suspects, the gay dude that like supposedly he got me too.
Kevin Spacey.
Yeah, Kevin Spacey. So she starts telling me about how her ex-boyfriend tried out for a Kevin Spacey directed film, and he just straight up told him he had to suck his fucking dick if he wanted to part, and I guess he didn't do it. And it was live on Battlecam, right? So I think like TMZ was going to pick it up, and
Wow.
I don't know, Alki like paid him off or something because he didn't want. I don't know why. I don't even know why. Like, and then they were like trying to say like they did like Battlecam did like a whole day straight where they were saying that they had Kato Kalin on there talking about how Kevin Spacey didn't try to rape a guy and shit like that. But then like what was that? 10 years later, the guy gets like me too for trying to fuck all these dudes. So I'm pretty sure she was fucking telling the truth, you know.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I wanted to ask you. So, did you watch any horror hosts growing up?
We had I had a guy named Armando Creeper, and I grew up in Escondido, California.
Is that Crystal Roberts, the non-tat? Oh my god, I watch Crystal Roberts all the time, but I've never actually talked to her. I'm a mod
I'll
in
get her
her.
on the panel, get her up, man.
If she wants to call in, I got the. Well, I can't even fucking see in here. Here's the link. If anybody wants to call in, go ahead and call in. But yeah, Crystal, I'd like to interview you sometime. I do these interviews on my channel here. I'd like to interview you sometime. I just didn't know where I could. Oh, you're at work. You're at the that place. What is it, Crystal Flash or something like that? I don't know.
Hi,
I'm not
Crystal.
trying. I'm not trying to tell all your biz up in here.
Keep up the good work, Crystal. Thanks so much for watching.
Well, I would like to do an interview with her and get her going on Elisa Jordana, and then I would post that shit in Elisa's Discord, just to get some fucking shit going. Because I'm that kind of guy. You know what I mean? So anyway, did you say you used to watch somebody back in the day? Because I used to watch this.
There was this guy who was a local celebrity. He wasn't on TV all that much. My TV stations just ran like really cheap animated bumpers on their movies. They didn't have a horror host when I was a kid.
Okay, so like check this guy out. This is who I watched when I was growing up. This guy scared the shit out of me. Sammy Terry.
Okay.
In the dead of night, when the moon is high, and the ill winds blow, and the banshees cry, and the moonlight casts an unearthly glow, arise, my love, with tales of woe.
I don't want to. I just want to interview you. I don't want to stir up drama. And I do very tasteful interviews. I don't ask any crazy shit or nothing like that. You can watch my interviews. They're on here. I interview some cool people.
Goody.
Yeah, I saw Minnie Manson on your
Welcome
channel
to two
not too long
maddening
ago.
hours of horror and fright.
Oh yeah, what do you think about this guy, Mormo? What would you rate him on a 1 to 10?
Terry.
10 out of 10.
This guy is fucking bad. I'm telling you, man. I love this guy growing up, but you know.
Yeah, he's very popular.
Oh, you've heard of him?
Yeah.
See, I didn't even know anybody had heard of him outside of. But you probably are like not the average guy, right? When it comes to horror hosts, you probably read that book, right? You got that book, the horror host book. I have it. I forget what it's called.
I'm not sure if I do or not, but I've been around the scene for a while and heard about lots of different people.
Yeah, I actually was involved. I tried to do a horror show. Actually, the television station approved it, right? And it was the same TV station that did Sammy Terry, and I was like, you should do a Sammy Terry show, right? And they were like, okay, cool. And they like put me in charge of being producer, had to find the talent and all this shit.
Nice.
So then, like, the fucking Sammy Terry guy comes out of fucking nowhere, right? He's like 80 fucking years old, dude. He's all fucking pissed that we're stealing his fucking idea and shit. He wants his Sammy Terry show back on the fucking air. He's like 80 years old and he can't get out of the fucking coffin or nothing, man. I was like, oh shit. Because he actually came in there and we were like trying to like do a little thing for him. Because he would come in every once in a while, do like an update. The guy couldn't get out of the fucking coffin. I mean, give me a break. Let me see here. So yeah, I guess I'm not getting a Crystal Roberts interview. That's okay. That's all right. I'll have to stir up drama another way. But Mormo. So your films that you're making right now, where do you sell them at? I guess on that Gumroad, and then.
Yeah, and then on YouTube, it's really hard for me to get ad revenue on a feature-length video. They just usually, my feature lengths get yellow $ for some reason and don't earn very much. But, so I try and monetize them other ways by having ads and then dropping a link in the description. Or I also sell them on Gumroad and people can buy them and download them. And usually whoever buys it and downloads it, the first one to upload it to YouTube gets it on their channel.
Dude, the movie I was making a few years ago was I don't know if this is all over the place, but down here they have these bearded drag queens. It's like drag queens with beards. So there was a woman I knew, and she became a bearded drag queen. She was a stripper. She lived down here in Houston. And so I had this idea where this fucking chick had gotten molested her whole fucking life, and she was all crazy, and she would go around picking up dudes at bars, and then she would like take them somewhere, and she'd come out all dressed like the bearded drag queen and like slice and dice their fucking asses up, you know. And I was gonna book some Airbnbs and shit for the locations and stuff. And I had a bar set, a bearded drag queen bar was actually gonna let me come down in there, but that's where I fucked up because I was talking to the bearded drag queen bar about filming in there, and they went full like cancel on my fucking ass, like, oh, you're trying to say trans people want to kill people. And I'm like, no, I'm saying some chick that fucking got molested her whole life wants to kill people, you know? She's all fucked up in her head, thinks she's a man and a woman. They're like, no, this is fuck, you know? And then, like, people started that. I had, like, a bunch of people working for free on the fucking movie, and they started, like, you know, I love how people, like, they take a stand, right, for a movie where they're working for fucking free, right? A big fucking stand you got there, right? I just sat here for fucking months, working this thing out. And you guys, all of a sudden, you know, you're like, oh, I can't, you know, maybe it was a bad, you know, idea. I don't know, but it seemed like it was going to be pretty good, you know.
Is that Bjork Stalker movie? Does that still exist or is it lost now?
I have it on. I have a VHS copy, but it's very old at this point, and I don't have a VHS, but I got a video card. I actually want to upload it onto the internet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff. I want on tapes and stuff. I want to put up here. That's why I got a video card. Because why not? You know what I mean? My goal is with my interviews, I want to have like thousands of clips, you know what I mean? I'm getting like anywhere between, 10 to 15 clips per interview. Then I post it again, the full interview. So, I've already got, just since January, 100 and something clips up. So I think that shit's going to add up pretty quickly. So that's my goal for my channel, is I'm just going to have a bunch, shitloads of content. And for years, I've been throwing up some remastered music videos and shit like that I did for shows that I've done in the past, and I was like, I'm just going to throw these up here because I was going to like delete all that shit anyway. So, it's better versions of anything else on YouTube of those videos. So, why not?
Right on.
But anyway, anything else, Mormo? You got anything else you want to talk about, or?
My next feature-length video product is going to be called Old Curly Jaws Goes to Africa.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
And,
I like to go to Africa series, Now, are you going to be in it, or are you just going to direct it?
I'm sure I'll be in it.
Do you ever see Ernest Goes to Africa?
I never have, unfortunately, and
Dude,
I was a big fan of Ernest back in the day.
I think it was on Tubi or something. I watched it recently. I forget where it was at. I didn't even know it even existed, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is like the most racist movie I've ever seen in my fucking life. And it came out in like 1999 or 2000. It's not it's not from like the 1950s or something,
Yeah.
There's like a scene where like Mormo thinks the Africans talk jive. So he goes up to this like Zulu tribe and he's talking in like slang and jive and shit. I'm like, this would not fly today, man. This would be like,
I'll have to check that out.
I'll take a shot here. Keemstar actually co-hosted my show for a while. In fact, I think that was Keemstar's first like podcast show like that he'd done before that Drama Alert thing. I wasn't around for all that, so I don't really know much about what he did afterwards, but I know he blew up, He was already pretty big back then. He had that Federation of Asshole Gamers, which you can figure out the acronym yourself, and they would call themselves that. And I don't know like where he came from, but he had like a shitload of people. So he hated this guy named Dave Live, so we ended up doing the show together for a while. He actually like quit the show because he wanted me to fire my other co-host, Joe. And then like just like last year, Joe got invited to Keemstar's birthday out in Vegas, and I didn't get invited to shit. You know what I mean? So it was really fucking weird.
Oh wow.
But I don't really want to talk about Keemstar because I don't really know. Like I don't want to like make it seem like I'm trying to like connect myself. I don't have anything to do with the guy. We just had this show back in the day, and I think I'm the first guy that ever got Keemstar to smoke weed, which is a really big thing because before weed, Keemstar was like so like high strung that it was almost annoying, very annoying. Actually, that's why I told him he should fucking smoke some weed to take the edge off, and he fucking did. And I think, dude, I watched one of his shows the other day, and he looked like he was baked out of his fucking mind. So I think he's been smoking weed ever since then. So I like to think maybe I was the guy that did that. I mean, in fact, I know I was, so whatever. You don't drink, do you, Mormo? You have diabetes or something, right?
Yeah, I do. I just had a birthday recently, and I had one margarita with dinner, and then I had 2 non-alcoholic beers later that night.
Oh, non-alcoholic. Okay. Keemstar didn't cut off everybody because Billy Joe went to his birthday party last year out in Vegas. He hired Mickey Avalon to come out there and sing "My Dick" to him, which I thought was kind of weird. No, Keemstar was already successful. That's what I was going to say when he left the show. A lot of the people, my viewers, were like his people. They just kept coming back to Battlecam watching my show. So I had like 150, 200 viewers that nobody else had. So when I came up, I would just destroy people. I mean, that's really because of Keemstar. I didn't really have much to do with that. Bye, Crystal.
Yeah, bye, Crystal. Thanks for stopping in.
Thank you for stopping by. I'm a big fan. She probably already left. She didn't care. Sometimes these really successful streamers, it goes to their head, but not Mormo here. Mormo called in, and I appreciate that Because I actually watch you. You don't watch me. I watch you, bro. So you calling me? I like that.
Oh yeah, I subscribed, and like I said the other day, I watched that Mini Manson video. I really enjoyed that. So
Yeah, the Mini Manson interviews are pretty good. I like all my interviews, but yeah, Mini's hard to deal with. He actually said he's going to come in here and troll me tonight. I don't know. He
wow.
he totally ruined my show last Saturday.
Really,
Yeah, he comes in going all crazy. He's just very, I don't know, like I talked to him yesterday, he was cool. Then today he was like, I'm gonna fuck up your show or whatever. I'm like, what did I fucking do? So, but he's got some kind of brain injury or something. I'm putting out the Mini Manson album. I don't know if you know about that.
oh that's awesome.
Yeah,
I
there's
made a
actually
Mini Manson diss track.
yeah, there's actually a multi platinum selling producer that will work with anyone if you pay his price, and he's got a pretty decent price. So I'm actually in the albums this guy's done are very famous. You know, it would blow your mind that conceivably this guy might produce a Mini Manson album. I just don't want to say who it is because I'm afraid trolls would like call the guy and like tell him Minnie's a all kinds of shit and like get us banned from the place before we even get there. But the thing about Minnie is he has to make the album. You know what I mean? So he has a record deal. He just has to make the album. And as far as I know, he hasn't even done anything yet. He's been calling the studio, bugging them, and I'm like, dude, we're gonna hire that studio, man. Don't call the fucking studio now. Well, I have some questions about you, and I'm like, they don't fucking know me. I'm gonna fucking, I don't know that anybody can hire this fucking guy. So I think Minnie's gonna fuck the whole thing up before we even get there. But if I have to, are you familiar? You're an old punk guy, right? So you
Yeah.
probably remember Wesley Willis and shit like that.
Yeah,
Because Minnie's right there from where Wesley's from. And he has very much similar issues,
yeah, definitely.
So that guy, I think, he had a band called Wesley Willis Fiasco, and I think it went gold. And he had lots of albums out. I mean, he was very successful as an artist,
Yeah,
And Minnie Manson, if you want to say he sings bad, whatever, he sounds like an angel compared to Wesley Willis. You know what I mean? Wesley Willis was exactly like the schizophrenic homeless guy that screams pigskin at you. There's somebody calling in. There's somebody calling in called Evil Mormo. Do we know this guy? Or should I
wow.
Because I have a feeling Evil Mormo's got an evil dick. And I think he's going to fucking whip it out on the camera. Not my first rodeo, Evil Morno. Yeah, he's Morno and you're Mormo.
Okay.
You don't even know how to spell his name, bro. I'll bring it up here. Hello? Evil. Getting the fuck. Yeah, fuck that. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Does he produce music? So anyway, yeah, we're doing a short show tonight. I'm just doing a test to see what's going on.
Cool.
Saturday, we're doing the best of Drizzle Live, and then right after that, I'm doing a full-length Night Freaks. I don't even have everything ready, but I wanted to get something up here tonight. I think we're going to go about an hour, so we got about 15 minutes left if anyone wants to call. I think normally we're going to go about 2.5 to 3 hours. Hopefully we can build this up. I'm not in IP2 or anything, so it's hard for me to get live viewers, I don't exactly know how you do it. I'm not going to, I think there's people that go around to chat rooms and shit and all that crap, but I can't do that, you know what I mean? So I don't know how people are going to find my show, but whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been awesome so far. I'll be sure and ring the bell on your channel so that I can get notified.
Oh, great. Great. But so we were talking about your movie there, though. The one you were doing with Oh Curly Jaws, and I
Yeah,
think I.
Curly Jaws Goes to Africa is going to be the new one, the newest one.
Oh yeah, and you're not going to be in it. You're just like directing it.
I'm sure I'll be in it.
Oh, you'll be in there.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was interested in like what you're doing because I almost thought you were just like making movies with other like desktop streamers. You know,
Uh-huh.
I didn't know. Like it almost looked like they were on a webcam or something. You know, and I was like, that's kind of weird to make a movie through a webcam. But you could probably do that, I'm sure.
Yeah, and critics would say that it's not really a movie, but I'm saying it's like a feature-length video product, and so
John B., if you go to ip2.network, up in the right-hand corner, there's like a suggest a website link. Go there and put my URL in there. I know a few people have told me that they already did, but I haven't really been doing any live stuff. This is really my first solo live thing. I've done 2 Drizzle lives and that's it. So I don't think they like want to put me on here because I haven't done enough live stuff, you know.
right on. Oh, Evil Mormo was old Curly Jaws.
All right, I'm back.
Right
Somehow I got kicked out of my own room.
on.
So who are you selling these movies actually, or is there like a community of people doing this? You guys trade them, or
I'm selling them on Gumroad, and basically, like I said, is that I put it on Gumroad, then the first person to download it gets to put it on YouTube and have it on their channel. That's kind of what happened on the last movie I released, or the last feature-length video product. But yeah, I made a movie that made like $32 on Gumroad.
okay, cool. Yeah, I thought about because I was thinking you guys were making webcam movies, and I started thinking I'm going to make a webcam movie and submit it to you guys. But it seems like it's a little bit more involved. So what's Curly Jaws like films stuff, and then he sends you the clips and
Yeah, he sends me clips through Facebook Messenger. And on the last one we did, which was called A Man Called Mormo, um, he sent clips of him asking me questions, and then I filmed on my webcam my response, and then just edited them together and put music over it and stuff.
okay, cool. Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of your stuff, but you're very prolific.
Yeah, I have over 1,000 videos.
I don't know why. I just
Yes.
I just honed in on the Mormo Goes to Africa series, and that's pretty much my my go-to Mormo videos.
The spin-off, Oh Curly Jaws Goes to Africa.
You know, I think I have an idea. Grady George Goes to Africa. That was maybe part 5, 6.
Yeah,
Keep me in mind, you know.
I'll do it for under $100.
Oh, see, like here,
I'll produce it.
here comes Mini Manson trolling my fucking show. This is what this guy does. We had 2 very good interviews series on my channel, and then he comes here and he tries to, and oh yeah, racist, racist too. He's not Polish. Why would you say that? That's mean. Okay, go
I've
ahead.
already seen this Mini Manson fuck. He looks like an obese Marilyn Manson midget.
Oh shit. Well, you know he's actually a woman,
Oh,
And
that's
he's-
what the fuck?
and he's not even a midget.
That's scary.
He's a 5'6" woman that is like, well, he's not a mid. He's not a. I don't want to say midget because that's a derogatory term nowadays. But what do you call him? To me, like all the stuff they like
Dwarf?
sounds bad. Like dwarf, little person. I mean, that sounds fucking bad. Like what's so wrong with mid gentleman? You know what I mean? That's not that fucking bad. But I guess they hate it. But yeah, I thought at first Minnie was a he's a trans man. I'm not fucking with you
There's
like
nothing
that.
wrong with that. We all
No, there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying they didn't know you were like
No, there's nothing wrong.
originally
with that.
a female, you know. But I will say this: if you look at him and you know he's not a midget, he does kind of look like a female. See, for me, I was factoring in the little person, so I thought his face was more feminine because of that, I guess. But then once I knew he wasn't a dwarf, I knew.
I only know about the diss track. Like, there's a diss track about Minnie Manson, and that's the only thing I know her by. So I thought she was a midget, but I'll have to watch her actual stuff. How about human being? I heard Minnie Manson has sex with Alicia George.
Did that happen, Minnie?
God.
Oh, that's great, man! Oh, what an awesome show, man! Great job.
Oh my God, I can't get that on here. What the fuck? John B, man, control yourself.
Minnie Manson is a Jew. You know what's funny? I was Jewish for a short period of time.
Oh, were you gonna convert or
Yeah,
you just get you got circumcised?
No, fuck that. No, I was gonna convert and go to Jewish church, but then I was like, no, this isn't for me. I even bought the little hat and everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it would be like, I don't know, the one that the Muslim. I think that you got to learn Arabic, the whole fucking language.
Yeah.
You gotta read. I think that's kind of cool though, because you know how like the Bible's written in some like dead language, you know, nobody speaks anymore, so everything's translated, and the translations. I mean, if you look at 5 different translated Bibles, they have like 5 different fucking meanings, right?
I mean,
So
I've probably been through so many different religions. It's unreal. Like right now, I'm a Satanist.
Oh, dang! I didn't know that.
Minnie Manson just Mormo's a man of God, man. You can't be doing that. What are you doing here? No, Minnie Manson's a Satanist too. I'm interested in Satanism, you know. I mean, just from the the please yourself part of it. You know what I mean?
I get the Satanic Bible in my house somewhere. Every time a Mormon comes to the door, I just show it to them. They start walking back slowly.
Oh, see, Minnie Manson was I almost said Mormon, but a Muslim at one point, you know. But I guess he knows Arabic.
Minnie Manson needs to get on the video. That would be the most epic thing ever.
You know, my family, they didn't go to church. They told me Jesus didn't have a temple, and he preached out in a fucking field, so they don't have to go to church either. That's what my family fucking told me. But they said they were Christian, right? But they said like Jesus didn't like the fucking church. He fucking destroyed the fucking temple, you know, and he didn't even use it to preach to his people. So why the fuck would you go to church? I was like, yeah, that's a good point. But they made me go to church, and and in fact, they made me go to some Muslim shit too. Well, I don't want to say Muslim shit. It was really cool. They were like really nice people. I didn't mean it that way. That's just the way I talk.
I know, it's funny.
But they're actually they told me then that they believed in Jesus as well as a prophet. You know, so they're not totally against Jesus, but they consider Jesus as a prophet. So
if Jesus
I like
is real,
the New Testament, but I'm not a fan of the Old Testament.
the Old Testament can suck my taint.
I've read them both, but I liked the Satanic Bible quite better than both of those.
I need
Much
to find
easier
my
read.
copy. I have a copy of it. I need to find my copy and do a review for it.
But yeah, I went to everything. I went to some, and I wasn't allowed to be baptized, right? My mother wanted me to choose my own religion when I got old enough. So they would make me go to these Sunday schools at all these different denominations of Christianity. I went to Southern Baptist, Lutheran, but I wasn't a member, and they would drop me off there. I was like the babysitter for Sunday, right? They just dropped me off at whatever church they fucking pulled up at, and these people were like trying to get me baptized to their fucking church, and I wouldn't do it. And they would be telling me that I was going to go to hell because you're supposed to be baptized. If I died, I would just go to fucking hell and shit. So it was pretty traumatizing. And then one time they passed around the wine and the wafer, and I dared to eat a fucking wafer, and it was a Lutheran church. The guy almost looked like a priest or something. I don't know what they called him there. The guy grabbed me and took me in a hallway and just like beat the fucking shit out of me for eating their dumb fucking wafer, which is supposed to be symbolic of the flesh of Christ. So I got a bunch of people sitting around drinking Jesus' blood and flesh. I take a bite, I take a bite.
How does a fucking wafer taste like Jesus?
It probably would at this point. I would say if you had a chunk of Jesus flesh 2,000 years later, it probably is very wafer-like.
Probably tastes like really old beef jerky.
I'm sure it's just like crunchy, like a Triscuit, maybe.
See, after watching the movie Dogma, I think Jesus would be a woman.
Well, yeah, I think it would probably be like not even a man, or because I mean, well, Jesus, you think is a woman? I'm thinking about God. I feel like God's not even a human being. You know what I mean? Like we're supposed to be made in His image, but I feel like most probably, if there is a God, that He probably looks nothing like us, and there is no afterlife. We're just here for like testing purposes, you know, to test shit out and see what happens, and then we die, and that's just our whole lot in life. I don't know. I feel like I'm a spiritual guy, but I'm very anti-religion because I feel like the religions are all like man-made shit, you know. It doesn't come from God, you know what I mean? All that written shit, they're supposed to be like possessed by the Holy Spirit or whatever, you know what I mean? But I don't buy any of that shit. God ain't talking to me. I'm pretty sure he didn't talk to any of these fucking people, you know.
Yeah, I
People
consider
use
myself a pagan, and
Christianity and just use it way too fucking much to make their egos feel better.
I consider myself a pagan, and that means to me not Christian, not Muslim, and not Jewish.
Cool. All right. Well, hey, old Curly Jaws, nice meeting you tonight. I appreciate it. Mormo, I want to interview you, so I don't know exactly where I can get a hold of you.
Maybe my Facebook fan page, maybe.
Okay, I'll try to find that. And yeah, I wanted to keep it at just an hour tonight, so we got a few minutes left here.
Sounds awesome.
So I'll be back Saturday. We're doing a Best of Drizzle live, and then after that's finished, I'll do a full live Night Freaks, and it should be a lot better than tonight because, like I said, I'm only like half done with. I'm going to have a whole other layout. I actually went full pro on the StreamYard. Have you guys ever tried the Pro StreamYard?
I'm on the Pro Light plan, the $10 plan.
Okay.
I know you said you was going to interview Mormo. I'd be down for an interview too.
Okay, yeah. Where would I get a hold of you at?
Facebook,
okay.
Instagram, Twitter.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I'm looking to do I've got 4 interviews set up, but the thing with my interviews is that a lot of people, half the time the interview's happening, and half the time they cancel at the last minute, so I don't really know.
I'll have my people call you.
I'm usually off.
Okay. Yeah. But I'll be back Saturday night. I hope you guys can join us then. I don't know if you guys will be around, but I just wanted to get a feel
So that I'll be notified.
Okay, great. Well, thanks everyone for coming out tonight for the very first. Well, it's not the first episode. This is a test episode. The first episode will be Saturday, and it should be a lot better. So, Curly Jaws, thanks for calling in tonight. Mormo, thanks a lot. Audience, Minnie Manson, I'm not going to interview your asshole. Let me see. Yeah, I know you like fat guys, unfortunately. And I will see you guys Saturday night. Thanks a lot. Bye. Ciao.